called values, right? Values are basically the guidelines, the set of guidelines for desirable behavior. Try to understand this. Values are set of guidelines for desirable behavior in a particular society. Values are set of guidelines for desirable behavior in a society, right? In every society, there are certain values, right? There are certain universal values, there are certain specific values, right? I will discuss this also. There are certain general or universal values, and there are certain specific values, right? For example, in India, there are universal values, actually, general values. Our constitutional values are general values, the guidelines for behavior. For example, not to practice untouchability, right? Maintain equality, right? Freedom, justice, liberty, right? Like these are all desirable, right? By the individuals, by the members of society, by the group of people in the society. So you can say that constitutional values are generalized values, universal values, right? And specific values. There are certain values, certain guidelines based on caste, religion, right? Religion also propagates certain guidelines for behavior, right? So such guidelines, such directions or guidelines you can refer as specific values, right? So universal values and specific values, or you can say general values or specific values, general values or specific values, right? I guess you got this point, right? If have any problem, please call me in the evening and discuss, right? Again, I will repeat. Social relationship is established and patterned based on certain values. What are values? Values are the guidelines for desirable behavior. Values are guidelines for desirable behavior, right? When social relationship is established and patterned based on certain values referred as institutions, right? अभी इतना समझिए. Based on certain values referred as institution. The values are general values and specific values. Some values are generalized, universal, and some values are specific. It is very easy to understand. It's not difficult to understand. Universal values or general values are the values of higher order, right? Like constitutional values, constitutional guidelines. You must have been reading, Constitution, right? or our Constitution of NCERT. So you will realize that there are set of guidelines for behavior. कैसा behavior होना चाहिए during elections, right? There are set of guidelines for behavior during elections, right? Government time to time, present certain values, right? Like COVID protocol and all. COVID protocol, how to behave. Although members of government itself, they don't follow COVID protocol. They did not follow COVID protocol during elections, right? But yes, election commission had put forward certain guidelines for behavior, isn't it? For our behavior during elections, right? Constitution has set certain guidelines for behavior during elections, right? So constitutional values you can refer as universal values, right? And the values, the guidelines emanating out of your ethnicity or caste or religion, those you can refer as specific values, right? There is other categorization. There is other categorization also of values. That is You must be have heard about people, interacting instrumental values and talking about instrumental values and end values, right? Instrumental values and the end value, right? Or you can say, the absolute value. Okay, like end value, healthy life. Like there are guidelines in our society, right, written or unwritten, for maintaining, a healthy life, right? Healthy life, happy life is the end value actually. Every member of society, strive for attainment of a happy life, right? So that is end value. A healthy life is happy life. Healthy life है तो happy life है ना? So that is end value actually, right? For happy life, what you need to do? You need to maintain proper nutrition. So the guidelines, there are certain guidelines for nutrition, guidelines for food habits, right? So those guidelines related to a healthy food is instrumental values. Those guidelines for a desirable behavior referred as instrumental values, right? And the end value क्या है? Attainment of healthy life, happy life, right? So this is not much of our use in sociology, but you must understand, right? When we talk of values, so there are certain generalized values, certain specific values, some instrumental values, and some end values, right? Or somewhere it is also